Hey, how's it going? I am going to start off right away saying I'm going to apologize for the bumpy stream we're about to have. Not because of my ISP, hopefully, but because I've got my standing desk standing, and I've streamed that way before. The reason I don't do it very often is because as soon as you touch this thing or get animated, it does bounce around a little. So I'm going to apologize right away for that. How you doing, Jay Watterson? And that includes if I move stuff on my other computer, which is also on it. So I apologize because it is a little bit wonky, as you can see in the camera, which I also bumped. All right. How's it going? Yeah, I was going to talk about some other stuff, but you know what? This Tim Walz, jeez Louise. And I got to ask, I was going to say the angle's higher. Yeah, I'm standing. I couldn't sit down for this. This is just so, holy crap. This just keeps getting worse. And I'm going to say right away, Nick Shirley had better be getting journalism awards. That man just did more journalism than all of legacy media has done in at least 5 years. And I am including the right-leaning legacy media. Even as much as I like them, News Nation and, Fox I only like sometimes, but Newsmax is pretty good. You take a lot of them, and Nick Shirley just destroyed them. We're not going to go over a lot of his stuff, but holy crap. I don't know if you guys have seen the Nick Shirley video. If you haven't, do me a favor. Do not watch the clips. We're not going to go over it here. I was going to last night, but after everything was going on last night, I couldn't stream. I'm not going to because everybody's done it. Go watch it. It's like 75 minutes long or something. I watched it more than twice now. I've watched it twice raw, and I've watched some other people's reactions. Holy crap. This is bad. And I'm going to say right now, not only did Nick Shirley, and I'm going to get me off the screen here, guys. Hang on. Let's see. Boing. Sorry, I'm trying to be careful not to bounce things too much. I love this standing desk, but it does have its downsides. All right. 42 minutes. Sorry. But I've watched this. If you have not, I recommend you do so. Sorry, I don't have my headphones in. But this man here does more journalism in this than anybody I've seen in a long time. And this is real stuff. And all power to the guy right behind him. I forgot his name. Holy crap. He's been investigating this. He's got himself put in danger over this. I'll tell you what, and I'm going to say something a little hyperbolic here. I hope to hell Nick Shirley has got very, very, very good security after this. They are going to be going for him. And we're going to talk about another angle here in a little bit. But if you have not watched it, go watch the full video. If you haven't seen it and you're watching this later, not live, go watch his video, then come back. If you have seen it, oh my Lord. Woof, it is harsh. He calls out so much fraud. He goes to multiple daycare centers, Somalian-run daycare centers. Some of these things are 2 or 3 in the same building. Who runs 3 daycare centers in one small strip mall building with all blacked out windows? Who runs multiple daycare centers with little healing centers right next to it, all within block of each other? This is stupid. There is no way that Tim Walz and his people did not know about this. I'll say it right away. They knew. This was, and I'm going to disagree. If you watch Asmongold's take on this, I did. He was one of the people I watched respond later after I watched him live, or watched his video, Shirley's video alone without reactions. And Asmongold saying, well, he was given multiple reasons. Well, they don't want to say anything because of the race. Bullshit. I'm going to totally disagree with Asmongold this time. That's twice in 2 days. I usually think he's much more intelligent than me, but he screwed up twice in 2 days. My opinion. He said it's because of the race. it's not because of the race. And I'm betting some people in the chat already know where I'm going to go with this. It is because of, say it with me, the votes. They have brought in 80,000 Democrat voters in Minnesota. That's what it's about. It is about votes. All the immigrants are bringing in legal, illegal, or gray area and illegal are all about votes. All about being counted in the census, all about power in electoral college, all about money coming in, all about representatives, and when they get their way, votes. They've legalized a bunch of these Somalians up there so they get to vote. It's votes. Sorry, Zach, has nothing to do, and I'm making fun of you, dude. I'm a big fan, but sorry, Zach, you're wrong. It's about votes. 100%. Whoops. Votes, power. I'm standing up. I'm jumping around. Apologize. That's why I sit down more. So, yeah, that's what I think. But go watch Nick Shirley's video. It is epic. I will share it to LYON'S NW6. I'll go right here. Nick Shirley. It is amazing. Watch it on X. Watch it on YouTube. Watch it. You are going, if you have not seen it, you are going to be pissed. Every American should be pissed. But no, there's lefties. There was a couple lefties following him around and haranguing him. Dude, it's billions of dollars of fraud. It is lunatic. But that's where we're going to start off. But Tim Walz, I'm telling you right now, my thing is, Tim Walz had better be screwed. He needs to be screwed. Over. He needs to be out of a job. Not only out of a job, he needs to be arrested. Sorry, I'm done. We need to see arrests. Like I said in my title, my video description, there need to be arrests out of this. When you are finding between $8 and $19 billion in fraud from one colorful mother for frickin' state. That's it. That's so far. And now people are starting to look at other states. Yeah, sorry, just facts hurt. Where Somalians are and starting to find out there's more fraud in other states. Let alone fraud from other immigrants. And it's all in Democrat areas. I think we are on the tip. If Trump and Kash Patel have the balls, and this is where we need Dan Bongino. Too bad he's leaving. But if they have the balls to actually do their colorful effing job, I think this really is the beginning of a horrendous issue in the Democrat Party. Because it's going to be all the Democrat cities and states doing this shit. It's going to come out to insane billions across our country. If Minnesota alone can have between 9 and 19 billion in fraud, holy shit. What do you think is happening in California, Illinois, New York? Pick your Democrat city or state. Colorado. What do you think's going on? This could turn out into something. We could be talking $100 billion or more in fraud, and Democrats are doing it. Sorry, Asman. They were doing it for votes, for representatives, for count in the electoral college, for the cash coming in, for the power. Not because of their race, they won't go after them. Most people are done with that race shit. Most people in America, somebody calls you a racist, and whatever. You know it's overcooked. All they got left is the Nazi, and even that's wearing off. So let me catch up with you guys real quick. Apologize. Let me see. My chat is way ahead. Hey, Sog. I wasn't going to talk about the royal family seeming to have more balls for your people than the parliament, but whew. Yeah, I'm standing up. Nick Shirley for president. Rad, don't say that, buddy. Because people were starting to say that Charlie Kirk may be president in like 2032 or something. Because of how he was growing. Nick Shirley, what he just did here has catapulted him to a level of hate from the left now. It's scary. I don't know about president, but man, he could really do something off this. He is epic off of this. I mean, you just go, if you've watched Okay, in the chat, give me Nick rules if you've seen it. Give me a I don't know. Give me a I'll check it out if you haven't seen it. How's that? Best I could do on the fly. But yeah, let me know. Let me know if you've seen this. Not the clips, the full thing. Hell, if you've seen the clips, just give me a flip-flop. Just one flip. We'll save the flop for later. All right, so how you doing tonight, Sog? Perfect height for Jax to jump on. Don't say that, man. How you doing, Rad? Joel, what's up? Jimmy, I want to see it. I see it on replay when Timmy gets dragged. Oh, dude. There's got to be arrests, guys. And that's one of the Trump's biggest downs right now. People are pissed. We're not getting the immigration numbers we were promised. We aren't getting the arrests of the corruption. He's been too nice again. He's backed off a lot to his, well, I'm going to put Hillary in jail. Well, we don't want to do that. And no, we need people in jail. This is one of the biggest frauds, if not the biggest, in the history of our country. It may be the actual biggest. If there are not arrests out of this, our justice system is pretty screwed. And I think right away, I've already said that the Trump people are kind of fudged. Republicans are screwed in the midterms right now. They can pull it back right here. Do something. If they don't get arrests out of this, real prosecutions dig into this like Wolverines on dang angel dust. They need to do that. And there is a chance of winning. Very good chance. If they don't, nobody's gonna come out and vote for Republicans. They're not going to go vote for the Democrats, but they're not going to vote for Republicans. They go, this is stupid. What are you going to do? Biggest fraud in history. You did nothing. Why should I vote for you? Why? I know I'm behind in the chat, guys. I want to see it on. Yeah, I'm with you though, Jimmy. I want to see it. Do you think we'll get it? Leering Center. Joel's seen it. Yes. Dude. What? Think of all the people that had to walk by that place in Minnesota and go, Leering Center. The fuck? You thought that was okay? You're going to tell me no government official saw that? Bullshit. How about just a building inspector? A building inspector. Hey, that ain't right. Hey, somebody in the social services or whatever, the Minnesota IRS, something ain't right here. Go check this place out. Hey, how many daycare centers have blacked out windows? Joel, damn right. Leering Center. Oh my God. That was so bad. 3 on one door, yeah. Yeah, all these businesses, half of them have the same address. I'm going to say right out, there is no way Ilhan Omar did not know this, did not facilitate this, did not help. This is why she was worth a negative amount before. Now she's worth, 30 plus million that they know of. And by the way, this fraud here that's coming out so far is only what we know of. In 40 so minutes, Nick Shirley dug up on his video, over $112 million in fraud with the help of this guy. Phew. Here, the rest of us are out here, average people out here going to the grocery store, budgeting and hoping and trying to make things meet out here. And they're just blowing our money out the door. Once again, and it's immigrants. Immigrants are getting our money. If there is $9 billion plus of fraud in Minnesota, and it was done mostly by Somalis, they're saying so far 70 to 80%. The other 20 or so percent are the government officials. I'll say it. The 20% or so that aren't the Somalis, people out in the community, it's the government officials, the Democrats. How much of that billions do you think went into Democrat coffers? What do you think? So yeah, problem for Nick. He's going to have to now have problems going out and filming the way he has been. He's too recognizable. I don't think that's going to be a problem. You can disguise yourself. I mean, come on. Look at James O'Keefe. People keep telling him shit. The man will put glasses and a mustache on. And maybe Nick doesn't always go out himself. Maybe send somebody out. There's a lot of people out there that still won't know. And he can still go out. I think he's going to be effective. I think if he can channel this energy again, I think he's going to be effective for a while. Whether he gets help. Hell, for all I know, maybe some of you guys out there maybe joining some type of Nick Shirley army, almost like a TPUSA thing, for going out and doing investigative stuff in your area and working with him. Who knows? I don't know. I don't think he's done. I don't think he's done. Oh, pop up. I got to make sure I grab the right mouse. I got two mice right next to each other. I disagree. We all look alike. Oh, Lordy. Bongino would just pull a Sergeant Schultz, say, I see nothing. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with... I still think Bongino had a picture slid across a table at him. And we're not talking Epstein right now. Epstein's a different critter. Epstein could maybe take down world leaders and even countries. If, I don't know. I'm not sure of that. I can do my Candace impression. By the way, she's in some deep shit. But I think on something like this is where Bongino is still unleashed. But I don't know. I want to see what Patel really does. Look how many times James O'Keefe. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Jimmy! I didn't even read that, but there you go. James O'Keefe. Yeah, James O'Keefe is just like Scooby-Dooing everybody, or Superman pulls off the glasses. Oh my God, you're not Clark Kent, you know. What the hell? Yeah, the Scooby-Doo or the Superman thing. Sorry, I know I'm shaking this, guys. Nick Rule. Oh, yeah. Saw it twice. Once original and once Asmongold. Okay, I've seen original twice, Asmongold once, and I think it was a random channel. I didn't even know that was going over it another time. My wife was starting to get annoyed. She's like, why do you keep... Because I want to absorb ideas. Andy No Job Milkshake. They hunt people. Yeah, I know they do. But Andy No still goes out too. And he still gets scoops. So I don't know. Never underestimate the stupidity of some of these people. Especially on the left, guys. The one chick harassing Nick and that guy. Oh, don't open up. It's ice. We're not ice. Who do you work for? Me. Who's that? Nick Shirley. Who do you work for? Oh, God. Dude, she was the quintessential middle-aged white lady Karen, too. Somewhere my wife just twitched for me saying that. Yes, my wife is named Karen. She has a very rough time in right now. Doesn't like me to call her by her name half the time, just the nickname I have for her, which I'm not going to say here. It's clean. Most of the time. Elan has her hubby's firm scrubbing names about their $30 million. Yeah. How about just the immigration fraud she's committed? Everybody knows it. She married her brother. They were cheated the system. She's not even a legal immigrant. Her dad came over here under false statements. He was the horrible regime over there that was offing people. But he said, I'm the resistance. They were persecuting me. That's not true. He lied, and she was the wrong age. She's not a citizen. Even if she is, denaturalize and boot. Look back in the past. We used to denaturalize and boot people all the time. Even Americans born here have been denaturalized and booted. We go, now we don't want you here. These Somalians, I'm done. And I don't want anybody to go, Al, you're just going after. You can't go after a whole group for that. Really? Why is it okay to go after a whole group of white people then? No, I'm done. Born here Americans, different. Sorry, fact. You're born here Americans, you got a family ties for generations here. Screw you, different. There's a tier. There's a tier of citizenship. You just get here. You barely speak the language. You still got the mayor up there going click, 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 click to you. And you pull this shit? Fuck you, goodbye. Goodbye. I'd send you back with a loincloth. Go back and fight your stupid war in Mogadishu. Bye-bye. Done. I'm done with Americans getting screwed. And I'm sorry, Minnesotans, If you are going to put up a bitch about this, then maybe we need to do something about you because you're stupid. Maybe you're too stupid to help yourselves. Oh, but Trump. Oh, my God. So let me see here. They have Somalian fraud in Ohio. I think Ohio, Pennsylvania. I heard Colorado. But everybody's so concentrated on this right now, it's hard to get a lot of real information. But I've heard Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Colorado right now. And somebody's saying California. I never said Nick would done, but he won't be filming the way he has been. Jay Watterson, I hope you're wrong. You might be right, but like stated above, look at James O'Keefe. He pulls a Scooby-Doo all the time. There are others still out there that are going out. Hell, Nick Sorter is still out there. He's been pretty prominent. There's some big ones out there still. Sog, would you send me back? I don't think you're Somalian. I said if you came here and defrauded and screwed up our country. If that's your plan, you got enough stuff to worry about in your country. Now you got to come over and cause a kerfuffle. Cause a kerfuffle. If you come over here and want to be America and American, welcome. If you come over here to screw America and the American people, get out. No, they're not. Welcome. That's the thing. America is really forgiving and welcoming. We've been too much. It's time that, and I'm hoping something like this is really just pissing people off. This needs to be hammered into everybody in this country. And I'm not saying because of the midterms. I'm saying it's time Americans wake the fuck up to how much we've been taken advantage of and how it's been facilitated by the Democrat Party. I'm not saying Republicans weren't involved in any fraud, but every American needs to see how these immigrants have been taking advantage of us. It is lunatic. We have been just draining our country for everybody else while Americans are struggling, while our country's in debt. I'm tired of it. Sorry. Oh, Jimmy thinks Sog will be able to flee his country soon. No. If he doesn't do it soon, he won't get to flee. He won't get to flee soon. His Muslim overlords are going to say, you don't get to go. Hell, you're lucky you had Christmas this year. Oh, hey, buddy. Sorry, big dog just got up on the couch. Sog's from Australia. No, Sog is from the UK. Sog is UK. I think Rad is Australia, though. Right, Rad? And if you see a Steady Boy NZ, he's New Zealand. I don't think he's on tonight. Yeah, no, Sog is UK. I've known him a long time. Trust me, I know unless he moved on without telling me, he's UK. Right, Paul? I can call you Paul tonight because the other Paul's not here. And I've known New Zealand Paul longer than I've known you. Oh, another dog. Okay, Gemma's back. I got two of my dogs. I feel like fleeing at times, especially if we don't get rid of our current... Sog, you guys are... I don't want to be a black pill or a doomer. If you guys don't do mass deportations in the next 2 to 4 years, you're done. In 30 years or so, your country will not even be recognizable. They're outbreeding you. Your government's giving them all everything that, all the benefits of your country. They're giving them everything and screwing you. You're on a doom loop. So I don't know, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. I really think there's a good chance the UK is done as we know it. I really do. And next is Canada. And if Kamala got in, we'd be heading that way right now. Think about what they did in 4 years. What would 4 more years have done? Please don't say London. Oh, yep, land of Robin Hood, Nottinghamshire, England. Oof. I don't know, man. Unfortunately, I don't want to be a doomer, but I think you may be screwed, man. Sorry, I'm hitting the wrong mouse. I got two Mises right here, because I usually have my mouse down here, just right under my desk, and I can mess with my other mouse. And nope, now I got to have them up here if I'm standing. Or I got to lean way down like this every time. All right, so this is Nick Shirley, though. Once again, he's done God's work here. More real reporting, and everybody's using his stuff because of it. You have to. Now, I will put my headphones on. Of course, Tim Walz, mother pussball. Oh yes, gotta invoke Trump because somehow, my God, Democrats can twister anything. He is the boogeyman in their closets. He is in their heads when they go to sleep, when they wake up, when they're wiping their ass, when they're counting their fraud money. He is in their minds. He's not living rent-free. They're paying him. It is craziness. Everything is Donald Trump's fault. Oh my God, the tires on my car are wearing funny. God dang Donald Trump. My mac and cheese didn't taste right. Donald Trump. It's crazy. The sun had a solar flare. Donald Trump. Holy shit. They have literally made him into the boogeyman for the smooth brains. These are the people, once again, they've been programming since 2015, 2016 with this. 10 to 11 years or so. There are people now that were 10 years old or 21, 22 now who've been told since childhood, this man is evil. This is what they do. They can go back to this because these people are stupid. But yeah, Tim Walz. I'm going to fix the fraud that I haven't seen. Dude, the biggest fraud in the history of America going on under your nose. You and your Democrat government. And you're going to go, you were like, oh shit, hey, we'll fix it now. Trust us. A YouTuber called it out. So now, oh shit. No way somebody did not know in that government. In fact, there's no way, I'm saying half or 3/4 of the Minnesota government did not know about this. Oh, but there's garbage guys that knew. Not blaming them, they didn't have power to do much about it, but I'm betting half or 3/4 of all Minnesota government officials, right there, especially Minneapolis, knew about this shit.
Look, who's ever in charge, and I said, unlike the president, I'm the governor now. Whether these programs happened before we got here or afterwards, it doesn't matter. We're here now. We're the ones fixing it. You have my guarantee on this is that I certainly will have this.
His guarantee. Can you feel how good that just makes America feel, Timmy? Holy Christ, dude. There is not a tampon with enough flow protection to absorb all this.
This thing fixed, and you see that we're on the front end of it. That's how this works. And so would I...
Sorry, I can't. I was going to take a drink. We're on the front end of it. The fuck you are. You have let this go on for years to the tune of between 9 and 19 billion flippin' dollars in one state, mostly out of Minneapolis area. And you're acting like you're on the front of this? No, Nick Shirley was on the front of this. Other YouTubers, other independent media people on the front of this, you piece of shit. If it wasn't for all those people and that guy investigating all this time to help Nick out, I forgot his name. If you guys know it, let me know. This jackass would know nothing. Or, how about this? He wouldn't be admitting it. They'd still be collecting their fraud money. Still be handing it out. Hey, there's nothing weird about 5 daycare centers. In the same room. Like how you guys said. Some of them had 2 or 3 on one doorway. 2 different daycare centers? 3 different daycare centers in one room? The fuck? Come on. And don't tell me, well, we weren't humans really stamping this. The computer was doing it. That's even worse. If you're a guy sitting there stamping, or a chick, whatever, stamping stuff and checks, you may miss it. But if you're a computer, dude, that is the shit computers catch. Hey, wait a minute. Computers like, wait a friggin' second. That's automatically collated. Hey. 30 of these checks went to the same room under 30 different businesses. What the fuck? Computer's automatically going, hey, Computers are going, yo, hey, whoa. And these guys are, somebody unplug that thing. On the forefront of it. Screw you. They wouldn't be saying shit. But now they have to.
Have wanted to stop this? Would I have gone out? You know, if you think the governor goes out and checks somebody on Medicaid and that they were there, no, but that's somebody in government needed to do that. And if they didn't do that, or if there were loopholes in this, and what we found is these are poorly written and it left open.
If, I am really trying to take a drink here and I can't. If, what do you mean if? We know that the lowest number we're hearing is $8 billion. The accepted number right now from everybody saying 9 to 19 billion. What do you mean, if? Jeez. I'm going to have to take a drink before I hit play.
Openings, and the goal was to get the money out. We'll fix that. But yeah, I'll take accountability for it. But what you're seeing here, what we found is these are poorly written and it left openings, and the goal was to get the money out.
Why is it a goal to get taxpayer money out? Why is it always a goal of government to give away our dollars? He just said that. And the goal was to get the money out. Fuck that. How about keeping some of our money in? How about keeping some of our money in? And that's for us in America, SOG over in UK, RAD in Australia, whatever. How about government start keeping some of our money in? America's not the only one hurting. The world is doing bad right now. It is. I know our media here likes to say, it's just America because of Trump. The world is not kicking ass right now, guys. It is not. I mean, I've seen some shit leaked out of China. They like to hide stuff. They're not doing that great internally either. And when governments aren't doing good, countries aren't doing good, that's when you get all these little skirmishes and wars and crap. But I would just like to see somebody in our government go, how about we keep some taxpayer money in and maybe take care of everybody, the people that work? People deserve it. Not, hey, these people just got here, let's give them billions. The goal is to get the money out. Holy Christ. This ain't warm beer. It's a Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Baja Blast. It ain't warm. Nope, Mountain Dew Baja Blast. No, I'm not getting any ads from them, just I like it. So yeah. But yeah, god dang. The goal is to get the money out. No, keep some of my money in. Hey, I'd like to keep some of my money in my pocket.
Fix that. But yeah, I'll take accountability for it. But what you're seeing here is you're seeing a weaponization. We'll continue to fix it. They're going to continue to come up with numbers that don't have it there. And
How do you take responsibility for losing? I'll be nice. How do you take responsibility, Timmy, for losing $8 billion? What kind of responsibility you're going to take? Zero. That's what they say. I am taking accountability for this. I am taking responsibility. Cool. Then what are the repercussions? Well, nothing. I just said these words. I said words. I said words. I said good sounding words. Yeah, I said good sounding word, so that means I'm good now. I'm good to go. Because yeah, I said words. But no, what's going to happen to you over this? Well, no, I said words. I took account for it. It's my fault, my boo-boo. But shouldn't you be No, I said words. That's what's going to happen. Unless Patel, Bongino, whatever, Bondi, oh God help us, actually arrest this prick. Or, for the love of God, the people of Minnesota impeach his ass. Why is there not already a call for impeachment? I'm going to ask, and I don't know. Minnesota, any of you people see this? For the love of God, are you people effing retarded? Why are there not calls to impeach his ass or screaming for him to step the fuck down? Yeah, I'm getting worked up. Sometimes I say, sit back down. Why are there not calls for this? What the hell is wrong with you in Minnesota? Or is there not enough of you left? I've seen shit like that today where some people are saying Minnesota's lost. You might as well call that not even a state anymore. Because the Minneapolis, Twin Cities, whatever, is not even the worst. There's these people are all through it. The 80,000 is only what you know about. The legal-ish ones. Whoa. So yeah, all right, let me catch up here. Americans are Yanks. Yeah, I know that. Canadians are Canucks. Yeah, we call them that sometimes. What are the British? We call London Stan. Yeah. Well, Chicago in my state is called Chirac. And they call it that proudly, some of these people in the hood. It's like, drink a warm pipe, taking it. What did Winston Churchill do? Winston Churchill is spinning in his grave faster than the friggin' Millennium Falcon can make the Kessel Run right now. That man is about to burn a hole through the ground coming back up. He's spinning so fast. With what is being done to the country, he busted his ass to save. Churchill's pissed. He is pissed. Brits are called sir. Oh, God. Drinking a warm beer is like drinking body temperature milk. Yeah. Seems the whole world is corrupt. Oh, the liberal, it was the liberal world order that was created. And the liberal world order is corrupt. It's very corrupt. And it needs to be reined in. It really does. There is corruption in so many countries. It's scary. The freaking Somalia flag behind him. Oh, dude. Yeah. Hey. Here, let me finish this just real quick. Yeah, we're going to...
It's sensationalized. I don't expect anything different from this administration. Look, who's...
Yeah, because how dare somebody call that your corruption? Yeah, that flag thing. Oh. Sorry, my typing sucks. No, show me the images, jerks. Look at that. Look at that shit right there. Minnesota. Look at this. Look how proud that was. That was a nice looking flag, folks. Oh, that's the new one. Ooh, it jumped me right to the new one. It jumped me to the Somalian looking one. Oh, there it is. Okay. Look at that. What's wrong with that? You got an Indian in the background. Native American. Screw you. You got nice 1858, 1819, 1893. You got a man plowing, looking over at the Native American. Not off at each other. Nice, beautiful scenery in the background with all the lakes they have and everything else. Good flowers and hard work. It's a nice looking flag. But no. The fuck is this? What the hell is that? What the hell? Yeah. And it doesn't look exactly like it. But come on. This was a big kerfuffle when they did this. And people were saying then, dude, and a lot of people were shouted down. They said, hey, this looks like the Somalian flag. But no, it doesn't. The star's got more points. Yeah, you added another star. That's all you did. You take 2 stars and go like that, and you get that thing. Look at the colors. I mean, come on. You got this? Come on. You got that? Come on. This is stupid. I mean, it's just stupid. What is this? You got that? Come on, Amazon. Give me a picture of that flag. You got this. You got this damn thing. Oh, they're gonna get mad at me. But come on. We all know what happened. Those are the colors and everything. Come on. Yeah. They were sucking the Somalians. Yeah. When you got 80 plus thousands, or I almost said million, 80 plus thousand there, how do you think that flag came about? You got Ilhan Omar there. How do you think this came about? Because somehow this, a traditional flag, pride of the state, that didn't feel good to the Somalians, to the immigrants. This felt bad. Fuck off and go home. Get out. Get out. I'm done. Get the hell out. This goes for any Mexican here waving the Mexican flag. Any Cuban waving the Cuban flag. You wave another flag, or you want to change our flags to look like your country, get out. Do not come here from your shithole and try to make our country like your shithole that you ran from. They don't give a shit about America. They're just here to steal from us. Extract the wealth. These are human strip miners. That's all they are. They're strip mining our wealth. They're not here because they want to be us. They want to take over. They want us to be like their shithole country so they can do whatever they want and just strip mine the wealth. Then they'll move on to, if another country becomes the richest, they'll move on to that one. If it's as dumb as we are to keep letting as many people in. Yeah, that's some horse shit there. All right, so let me go check Rumble real quick. I've been very lax. Hey, I see you guys on Rumble. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. I really do. Feel free to hop over to the YouTube chat if you can't chat on Rumble. So feel free to hop over there if you like. Just look up Lion's Den. All right. Oh, you are? You are, Joel. You're right. Dude, the nation was looking at that back when their flag was changed. I mean, you live up there. You're right. I did forget about that. For some reason, I always think you're northeast. I don't know why. How did you guys feel about that, Joel? I mean, how did this, wow, that was uncool. It's the weight of my other computer out here. How did this beautiful flag get changed to this? I'm sorry. You might as well just call that Little Mogadishu flag. That is Somalia 2.0. That's all that is. How the hell did that happen? How did that happen? I just want to drink some beer, do some ice fishing, and forget about everything. Dude, the problem is, here's the problem. Americans have done that. We've forgot about everything. We were like, we don't want to deal with this. We don't want to be putting up with this. We just didn't. And we turned our backs, did other stuff, and we stopped having politics be the water cooler talk, what everybody paid attention to over who's driving around in circles in a fast car, who's running for this touchdown. That shit used to be the stuff that was thought of as, okay, that's just a little hobby thing, secondary, whatever. Politics that have really affected everybody's life. Man, woman, and child paid attention to politics. It was the talk, the thing. But then government doesn't like that. How does a government gain power? You get the people to stop paying attention to what you're doing. Why do you think all the sports leagues and stadiums and everything are taken care of with your tax dollars? They get tax breaks. You pay for the stadiums. Then you pay to park there. You pay exorbitant money for a hot dog. You pay for your $15 warm beer. Why do you think they all get breaks? Why do you think you pay for the $8 billion stadium? Everything is distract us. Keep you distracted. The celebrities, they push out celebrities. The government supports them. Keep you distracted from what they are doing. Distract the sheeple. Throw stuff out there for them. All right, Jimmy. It's like the Islamic city in Texas. Elon needs the boring company. I think that got struck down. Jimmy, I believe that Texas Islam city is done. They denied them permitting, said you're done. I believe I saw that about a month or two ago. You can look it up. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure they said they stopped it. It's over. It was a big kerfuffle about, oh my God, it's racist. And somebody said, and people in Texas said, you're not a race. Fuck off. All right. By the way, guys, if you haven't, please hit thumbs up for the stream. You don't have to join. You're just stopping by. Just give me a thumbs up and maybe check back once in a while. All right. Same way the Then he got taken off the butter. Aunt Jemima got kicked off the syrup. Uncle Ben. These black people, they booted out of these. Aunt Jemima was a real person who really did start that business. Uncle Ben. They weren't good enough to be on their own brands. This is leftism. Peak leftism. Oh my God, they got black people on there. They're taking advantage. You just booted black people off of products they started and created. Historical figures. Dude, go look up Aunt Jemima. Chick was amazing. But they booted her. You know, I heard somewhere that they're bringing her back on the bottles. I don't know if that's true or not, but some people said they're bringing them back. I've seen some people. They buy the new syrup and pour it in the Aunt Jemima bottle still. That's horseshit. I haven't bought Uncle Ben's rice or Aunt Jemima or Land O'Lakes butter since. Stop screwing with our stuff. Okay. There was no notice about the flag change, nothing at all. Just learned about it on the day. Oh, they didn't let you guys vote. Oh, I'm sure that somebody vote. I'll bet Minneapolis. I'll bet the daycare centers got to vote on it. Oh, that's so dirty, though. I mean, come on. That is a Somalian flag, dude. It just is. That's Somalia 2.0. All right, so now this is the next part of Nick Shirley. This is near the end of the video. You guys have seen this, I'm sure. But Tim Walz blames Trump. And I'm taking responsibility, but I'm not going anywhere. Keep paying me. We're on the forefront after somebody told us, oh shit, this is happening. This is near the end of the video. I'm sure you guys see it, but this cowabunga. And I agree with what like Asmund Gold said, where he said that if you get out of breath, hey, I got horrible lungs and I can do better than this chick did. I have 30% of my lungs functioning. The rest is all scar tissue. I can do better than she did. Holy crap. She's huffing. Just walking. She's going to have a coronary. She can't blame Trump enough. It's Trump, 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 Trump. And this dude here in the backpack, he keeps on her.
Yes, that's what I'm...
He has some very valid questions to ask about what's going on here in Minnesota. And do you think this,
look at her face.
fraud...
I don't...
Why did Democrat ladies do that? Why did liberal ladies? They start this bless your heart look. They go do this pose. It's a dismissive pose. When they do that, see right there. They always turn around and do this. It is a dismissive pose, and it goes right. That's how you scold a child. Timmy, don't do that. They do this dismissive pose. Sorry, I don't know if you can even see me. I can back up. They do this dismissive pose. Little Timmy, don't you do that. It's dismissive and it's condescending, but they do that. Liberal women. What? Now. She departs it right away. Right away.
This fraud
I don't know who
crosses...
you are.
My name's Nick Shirley. Do you think this fraud is Republican or Democrat or just...
I love how every time somebody says that to him, I don't know who you are. I'm Nick Shirley. I love it. I'm Nick Shirley. Zing. She's going as fast as those jeans will rub together.
facts that fraud is happening?
I think the fact that
Because
you're talking about it as a partisan issue.
Well, because that's what I heard you
shows
talking
me-
about. That
I know what I said is that
because
what we're talking
we want
about
to build
is...
we want to build trust, but fraud is fraud. So why should we be enabling fraud to happen here?
No, I don't think anybody is enabling fraud to happen.
Really? Let's see. Which party runs the Minnesota government? Democrats. Do you really think she wouldn't be saying, oh, this isn't a partisan issue? If Republicans ran it, she'd be going, it's the goddamn Republicans. But now it's Democrats caught again. It's not a partisan issue. To fuck it isn't. If this was happening in Texas, I'd still be going, yeah, it's a partisan issue. The Republicans that run that state did something bad. They broke laws. They did bad shit. If you're in my state, you're blaming Democrats because they run the state. Illinois has a super majority on Democrats. Nobody can overrule the Democrats on anything in this state. That's it. if I was in, let's say, Iowa, I'd blame the Republicans. They run it. But still, bitch, it's partisan. This is her going, well, no, we didn't do nothing. We didn't enable this. Bet me her scared looking doe eyes. Look at that face. You can see the blood sugar draining out of her face. She's scared shitless over this. And why she's wearing a man's belt? My God.
Hold Governor Walz accountable for this.
Okay, sir.
No. This
Sir,
is not.
sir.
When are you going to hold Governor Walz? No. She is a representative for the state of Minnesota.
She did it again. You just got dismissive with a black man. And what is this? Is this the bouncer? She's huge. Nick Shirley's not a little dude. She's huge. What is that? And look at the necklace. The necklace says it all. Her necklace says it all. She's got Native American totem on it. She's got her colors done in Native American, but it's her LGBTQAIP blah, 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 colors. Sorry, that's about what it deserves. LGBT. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, lesbians. Gay. You don't get to co-opt another word. You already co-opted gay. How about we just calling them queer again? That's it, queer. They co-opted gay. I knew people named gay. There were old people. It meant happy. There's something gay. They take it. And then lesbian. We can't be mixed in with the males. You're all gay. You're all queer. Stop it. Stop co-opting words. But what is this tug?
Yes or no?
Excuse me?
Yes, are you...
If you're going to talk to me like that...
Are you going to say to her, I'm a disability advocate,
I heard you, and
get
you got a chance
overstimulated.
to testify.
Thank you for testifying.
Oh, how dare you? How dare you, our bosses, talk to us, the employees, that way? See how they treat us? See how they treat American citizens? They always treat us like we are below them. You realize I'm a state senator. I'm a congressperson. Yeah, you're my employee. I realize what you are because I voted you there. And if we had a pair of balls, we'd vote you the hell out. They always, how dare you talk to me that way? Dude, any of you have owned a business and we're smart enough not to have this bogus HR shit. If you've ever owned a business and you got your, like for an auto business, auto tech business, auto shop, let's say you got this oil guy. He's just oil lube guy. Not really trained. If he wasn't working for you, he'd probably be working at KFC. That's it. He's not really trained or anything. But this lube guy starts telling you what to do when you try to say, no, dude, you got to do it this way. Don't do that. No, drain the oil here. No, you can't let that on the floor. And starts, how dare you talk to me that way? You'd be like, see ya. Because that's your employee. This lady is our employee, and she acts like, how dare you? We need to erase that. I don't care what party the person is, what state, federal, government, whatever, city, county, state. Every one of these people need to learn we are their bosses again. Screw you. Don't you dare tell us how to talk to you. You don't like how we talk to you, you leave the job. You go somewhere else. You leave. Bye-bye. That's it. As screwed up as you guys have this country, and almost every single state, we get to talk to you however we want. When this man is mad because you ripped off 8 to 19 million or billion taxpayer dollars, and it seems to be you're doing it on purpose through immigrants, I think he gets to talk to you however he wants, let alone he has autism, I believe he said, or something like that. They can get excited, like he said. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of all government officials acting like this. Any of them act like this. And I don't like when even police officers get mad. I don't work for you, I work for the police chief. Who do you think he works for? He works for the governor or the mayor. And who do you think he works for? Well, I don't even like police officers doing that shit. Sorry, you are public servants. You do work for us. Your pay comes from our tax dollars. That is our wallets. Our wallets, we are paying you. I don't care. I don't care if it's a police officer I like. Do not say that shit, let alone this bizatch. Tired of this. I'll be with you guys in a sec. We're going to get through this and I'll It's only a couple more minutes.
Ma'am,
Maybe I'll get there.
the facts are the facts that fraud is happening here, and it's not a nonpartisan issue. How come you think fraud has been able to happen so much underneath?
I think
the
if you've
government
been
here?
listening to our hearings, we've had now 10 hearings on this. And so there's really good data.
You need to go away, little boy. Ooh, 10 whole hearings. This is going on for years. 3 daycare centers in one room. Different daycare centers. 7 of them within a couple blocks of each other. All with blacked out windows. Leering center, and you knew nothing. Fuck off. Nobody believes that. You cannot meet enough to make everybody think you did not know about this shit. Hell, I don't even know him, and I'll say, if that guy on the left is in that government, he probably knows something about it, or probably did. Peppermint Patty back here probably knew something. This is stupid. The very fact they are trying to tell us, oh, we didn't know, then you are the most incompetent. The most incompetent fuckers out there. None of you should have a job if none of you knew this. If you want to not be called a moron the rest of your effing life, you got to admit you're just defrauding the people. Other than that, you are one of the dumbest mother pussers ever. Some of the biggest fraud in the history of our country. How going on for years, and we didn't know. Bullshit. In the age of computers that automatically catch everything we do number-wise, no computer told you, hey, this looks a little weird. Bullshit. I cannot stretch reality enough for that.
Data from the people who both work within the administration as well as who, both Democrat and Republicans. I think what you heard today
She
is that
threw
the
them both in there. Both Democrats and Republicans. Who's the majority? Who is the majority?
Republicans who control this committee are not actually interested in solving fraud. What they're interested in is telling a story.
This fraud has happened underneath Democrat leader.
Boom. That's the Democrats' answer all the time. The Republicans aren't serious about solving the problem. The problem you created. It's always Democrats create the problem, and they get mad at Republicans for not solving it. It's like Trump. Trump hasn't fixed the economy and everything. Who caused it? Wait. Who had 4 years to screw up the economy? To screw up this country? Democrats. Trump's been there a year. Little under. Year. Oh my God, he hasn't fixed everything. You should regret your vote. It takes 20 seconds to implode a building and take a building down. It takes months to build that building. 20 seconds compared to months or years. Could be years for some buildings. But oh my God, Trump didn't fix everything Democrats caused. And right here, she did the same thing. Well, the Republicans are not serious about fixing our problem for us. The problem we caused. And even if they were, we're going to stand in the way. Because we can't have real investigations. No, I got to go and, drink some more hummingbird water so I get some more sugar in my system.
Tim Walz.
There has been Medicaid fraud across the country under Democrats and Republicans. There's fraud within the Trump administration. We have is fraud.
She is shifting. Dude. She is shifting that thing more than an 18-wheeler trying to go through a slalom course. She is shifting. What does Donald Trump, his administration, or any other state have to do with your state? Your state that is on a hot seat because of insane billions of fraud. You don't get to shift it out of your state. We are right now dealing with your state. Well, look way over here. Look, no, but what about no?
Private providers have made government a mark. And so every person running.
But you were the dumbasses that were allowing it. You were the dumb retards, so incompetent that people from a country where the average IQ is 60-something, I think it's like 60 or 65, that's the average IQ of people from Somalia. Over half are inbred. And you set up all the government agencies that you said made them a mark. You got outsmarted by people who have more than half the country has the IQ below that of a Down syndrome person. Once again, you are incompetent. Get the hell out of your job. She thinks she's getting an own here. She's not. She is actually just digging herself in even deeper. They made us a mark. No, you set these agencies up. You set up the laws, and you let people dumber than Down syndrome, I'm not saying they're down, but slower than Down syndrome people, take you down. Shake you down for billions. Yeah, so you're not getting an own, lady.
Government, Democrats and Republicans, are dealing with the issue of how to keep fraudsters out of our public payment. We're also dealing...
You brought them here. You brought 80,000 plus Somalians. Yep. Come on. Come on. There it goes. And I'm back. You guys are asses. That's all there is to it. Yeah. See, I went over to Rumble. Go look at Rumble, guys. I had my task manager open. Everything was Rumble never skipped a beat. That's YouTube. There's no way that's happening as often as it is when it's only YouTube. You guys suck, YouTube. I've already proved they're not shadow banning. It's open banning. Once again, I gained 6 subscribers the other day. Guess what happened? 48 hours later, lost 6 subscribers. Well, isn't that weird? Now and I keep getting this. Come on, YouTube. I already spent my time arguing with YouTube. So yeah, neato. Must have said something wrong. I say everything wrong. Dude, like I said, if you guys don't believe me, go look at Rumble. You can scan back. Rumble never skips. You'll see me working at it. You'll see me typing to you guys. Rumble never skips a beat when this happens. That's the only reason I run Rumble. I ain't growing on Rumble. I use it as a backup. Also use it so I can watch YouTube's bullshit. YouTube, I see you. When I'm running on another platform and they don't skip, but you're taking me down, oh, we're not receiving any data. Really? Your infrastructure is a million times better than Rumble. Sorry, Rumble, it is. So if Rumble's going, you're the problem. That's all there is to it. So, yeah. I'm watching on Rumble right now. I skipped over there to make sure everything's still going. Now I'm back on this one. What a load of shite. That's all there is to it. What a load. So yeah, tell me again. I don't think they like me playing this. We'll scan back to where I was when he chases her out of the building. Sorry, I'm trying to stay kind of calm about this, but I'm pretty pissed. I am getting tired of this shit. I wish I had enough subscribers or pocket change or something to go after them for it. That's the shit right there where you see a big creator would be after them. That's where they have their Asian lawyer or whatever go after them. That's crap. Because I can prove it. But since I'm a nobody, they get to keep doing it. Okay. We'll finish this up, guys. Then we'll talk a little bit about a couple other bits of it, including we got an angle to this. Trust me. We have another angle on this.
How to keep fraudsters out of our public payment. We're also dealing with veterans. We're dealing with consumers. I hope you're looking at that. If you look at United Health, currently is being charged with defrauding Medicare. You know who runs Medicare? President Trump. And so it isn't a partisan issue. The fact that you're trying to make it a partisan issue tells me you have an angle, which is fine. That's why I asked who you're with.
Well, a lot of fraud has happened here. Political correctness is
Governor
stopping.
Walz.
More fraud has happened in Minnesota than all the money of fraud even the lefties try to say has happened under Trump. Minnesota.
President Trump, Governor, you look down the line, and I hope you're talking about that.
President Trump,
because if
President
you look
Trump,
at what
President
CMS has
Trump.
put out, right?
Do it. Trump dance, Trump dance. That's all we gotta say is it's Donald Trump. Trump's fault, Trump's fault, Trump's fault. You got caught doing corruption, Trump's fault. My car tires wear funny, Trump's fault. The sky is wrong color, Trump's fault. Oh my God, my shoelaces come undone is Trump's fault. That's all it is. Trump, 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 my God.
Medicaid fraud is a 50-state issue. And so, again,
Show me another one of the 50 states. Okay, don't show me Illinois or California, New York. But show me any other state beyond them with up to 19 billion in fraud being caught right now. And it looks like 80% of it went to immigrants. One immigrant group. The other 20%, I'm still going to say, went right to people like her. To buy her that large cow skin she's wearing or whatever. I'm going to bet 20% went to the Democrats.
it is not a partisan issue.
This was money laundering.
There are Democrats and Republicans who are sitting in that committee talking about it. But what you did here was the Republican chair say she's not turning information over to the one person in government who can stop payment. And I hope you print that.
Thank you for coming today.
Okay. Well, you saw what happened there?
The state of Minnesota that we live in, and these politicians are just walking off, thinking it's okay Tuesday, and they want to go visit the Trump. They want to blame the Trump administration. We have Democrats blaming ICE. I'm tired. My people are suffering. I'm scared for my little brother.
Dude, I don't care. This guy is cooking, though. He's really going for it. And like he said, I think he said he's autistic. They can act like this. And I think there's a little bit of in there. But you know what? I don't care. Dude is going.
People are suffering, and these people just walk off. We have a governor who fucking doesn't care. How many more people are gonna freaking die? How many more people are gonna go homeless? And
sorry, I love what he's saying, but it is dramatic.
how many more people are gonna be trafficked in our freaking system?
Oh, Lord loves a duck. This is why there's a band called Rage Against the Machine. We could have built a big, beautiful wall with half the... Oh, my God, Joel, you're right. Oh, dude. You are so right. Oh, my God. That's crazy. United States Congress couldn't give Trump the billions he needed to build the wall. But one state, one Democrat state, could lose that much in fraud to one group of immigrants. Oh, Joel. Joel. Actually, it's only fitting that Joel comes up with that the big one there because he's in the state where he's getting screwed. The worst like this. Must have missed his daily payment to kiss Whitey's booty hole. Yeah, I don't think YouTube likes me. I said a couple unkind words to more than one of their customer relations people. When I'd ask me for the data and I'd send it to them. Well, I don't say, dude, I point it right out. Oh, what? You must be doing something that says not the algorithm doesn't like. Maybe change your content. Huh? All right. Well, why here? We'll see what happens out of this part. But we're going to skip right by this pretty quick. We're going to go one more thing. You guys probably saw this. Okay, we'll see here. FBI surges resources to Minnesota in wake of mass fraud revelations. Let's hope it's none of James Comey's closest crew. I like FO. FBI Director Kash Patel says previous fraud arrests in Minnesota are just the tip of a very large iceberg. I think it's going to be a multi-state iceberg. I say we could have talked about this, but man, Alex Jones had it with Candace. Maybe she's taking his crown. I don't know, but man, he's had it. But I don't know. We'll see what the FBI does. I don't have a lot of hope, honestly. Let me pull this up, though. Hang on here. I'm going to close this. All right. I know what I'm looking for here. Hang on. Boom. Beanie Johnson. We're going to do Beanie Johnson. Okay, where is it? Let me actually, I don't know why it's bothering me, but now I have to do Benny, or I'm going to have a problem. Not that I'm OCD, but almost. Right,
Yo, what's up, guys? Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
What I want. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Oh, come on. I saw this earlier. Here, this one.
I have a question for you. Which one is the
Do you? Copyright strikes on ads, guys. You think the ad would be happy to get somebody out there. All right, here we go. Hang on. No. All right.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. And now that the entire internet is aware of exactly how lucrative the fraud activity for Medicaid and Medicare reimbursements are inside of the state of Minnesota, it begs a couple of questions about some recent other curious activities in Minnesota, obviously.
Now, if you guys haven't seen this, Benny is going to start trying to draw lines. Maybe he's channeling his inner Candace, drawing lines to the Melissa Horton and her husband's killing. Yeah, he draws lines between the fraud and that killing, because she was the one Democrat that got the free welfare, whatever it was, removed, free medical care removed from the immigrants here. No, the immigrants aren't getting the free health care because of Melissa Hortman. Did you guys know that? Oh shit, we already know Somalians are extremely violent. So are a lot of immigrants. Hell, how about Democrats? Because that was money. She probably cost a lot of Democrats and business people billions, let alone the certain community who's committing fraud up there, probably cost them billions. And then the guy who took her out, they wanted to try to paint him. We talked about it in this channel, how they tried to paint him as a right-leaning person. Yet he had all the No King stuff, had T-shirts, had all these events, wearing Democrat stuff. His whole background's Democrat. He's hired by Tim Walz. He intimated that Tim Walz sent him out to do this. Yeah. Now he draws lines that Melissa Hortman might have been taken out because of her vote to stop free medical to the immigrants. Oh, shit. Dude, could you imagine if that come out to be true? We'll check a little more here.
You've seen this report from Nick Shirley that's gone thermonuclear viral. These sham daycares, fair rates in Minnesota by households with children. You can see here this line, the black line here and the gray line here are Somali immigrant.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that right there. Native households with children. Welfare use use rates in Minnesota by households with children. Native households with children. Any welfare, 30%. Cash, 6%. They're still doing cash? Food stamps, 10%. This is all native-born Minnesotans. Minnesotans? Medicaid, 28% of the households. Look at this shit. Somali immigrant households with children. 89% on some type of welfare. 20 to 30% are getting cash? What the flip is that? 62% are getting food stamps. 86% are on Medicaid. Boy, hey, how do you feel about supporting the Somalians? Because that whole state is working for the Somalians. That's it. You are working for Somalians. Tell me you're not. I would love somebody to look at this and go, tell me how every native-born Minnesotan isn't working to pay for the Somalians. And don't tell me, well, the Somalians are paying for it too. No, they're not, because look at the rates. 30%. That's it. Native-born Minnesotans, only 30% are on any type of welfare. 89% of Somalian immigrants with children are on it. 86 have Somalian immigrant households with children less than 10 years old in the U.S. Well, less than 10 years in the U.S. That's it. There's some means are new. They've only been here a few years. 86% of them. Why are we giving out cash to these people? Why are 23% getting cash of this one and 21% the other? Why are 62 and 54 getting food stamps? 6 and 83. Look at all the numbers. The pink, the tan, is native-born Minnesotans. What the shit? Minnesota is being drained. This is stupid. You're going to tell me once again Nobody in Minnesota government knew this. The age of computers. How about just the age of a guy? How about just Ebenezer Scrooge sitting there with his books? He'd see this shit. This state is being sucked dry. This is craziness. This is insanity amount of level of fraud. Holy shit. Just the very fact. You don't want to call it fraud, fine. How many people are defrauding? We already know the fake daycare centers and everything else. So most of this, I'm going to say, is fraud from these Somali households and immigrants. Sorry, I'll say it. My opinion, most of it's fraud. And then you look at it anyway. Even if this isn't fraud, this is above board. These people deserve it. As a native-born Minnesotan, is this what you think should be going on? People immigrating here and getting 3 times more benefits from your state than you do. That is fucking insane. You should never bring in people like that. Ever. These people shouldn't even be here. No. If you're already draining our system, fuck off. You're not letting you in. If you have an IQ of 65 and half your country's inbred, you are not coming in here. Tell me how that's going to improve our country. That right there proves they are not. So when people go, oh, we love our Somali neighbors, you're an idiot. This is super vampire level. Sucking your ass dry, Minnesota. How many other states is this going on? I'd love to see these numbers for California. Not just Somalian, across all immigrant groups. Can you imagine? Not just Somalian. What if we do this for every state? What are the native-born population getting? What are each immigrant population getting? Dude, you want to see people freaking lose it? That might wake people up. You want mass deportations? The average Joe is going to be going, yeah, I'm about to grab you up and taking you out at the border myself. This is stupid. Or how about we just boot them all to Democrat? I'm in a Democrat state. This is stupid. Let's see. Candace won't be happy. Nick Bester for reviews this cycle. Yeah. Nick did. To do a pre-dawn full... Oh, that's okay. Candace is going to say Nick Shirley's working for the Jews. Nick Shirley got off an Egyptian airplane. That'll be next. Need to do pre-dawn full cavity search on Judge Sarah West for erasing jury's guilty charge on that. Oh, yeah. Insanity. We are in the middle of a blizzard. I just want to look out the window and remember the good old days. Yeah, we didn't get much. We got very cold here. We dropped from 52 degrees today down to like 12 or 13 right now with 50-mile-an-hour winds, but we didn't get a lot of snow. You guys got the snow north of us. But look at this math. This is horrible. And once again, to Fatty McFatto butt there, I want to see her explain how, well, we didn't know. You, once again, are getting taken by people with IQs. The average IQ from Somalia is 65 or so, folks. It's below retard level. Most of them are inbred. And you want to say, well, we got defrauded and taken by these people. Bullshit. Pepperidge Farms remembers. I want to touch this thing, it'll move a lot. Oh no. Pepperidge Farms remembers. Dude, if you have to, go to Benny's video. I don't care if you have to screenshot this. Everybody needs to have this. And send this to every one of your social medias. And show the Democrats. Smear their faces. Tell me how these people are not a drain on Minnesota and our society. Those numbers there show they are absolutely, they are just economic vampires. They're here to drain our system and move on like locusts. There is nothing here that shows they are helpful to Minnesota at all. This is a monster economic drain on Minnesota. But yeah, we'll move on here.
Households, the vast majority of Medicaid, Medicare, welfare payments in
And guys, we'll be done after this. We'll do a short talk after this, but we'll be done after this.
Minnesota, of course, go directly to the Somalis. This is the scam. Now, that we know exactly how lucrative this scam is, to the tune of billions of dollars, I mean, the feds are saying that it's $19 billion. That's more than the GDP of Somalia. So they're able to create like a brand new Somalia here using.
They did, Benny. Look at the flag. Somalian flag, new Somalian flag. They did. My God, they didn't even hide it. They didn't even hide it, Joel. They didn't hide it, dude. They took your flag down and made the new Somalia flag right in your faces. What the fuck? Benny, they did. Go look at the flag, bud.
Using scams in America, you have to start asking some really tough questions. And here's a question that we're going to ask, because our channel covered it more aggressively than any other channel on the entire internet, as far as I know. The killing of Melissa Hortman in Minnesota.
We talked about
What the
it.
hell was this exactly?
What?
You have this guy showing up in tactical gear, in a tactical mask, a Walter White mask, as far as we can see here. The man who knocks, right? A Walter White mask, and then he murders Melissa Hortman. Now, this is a leader of the Democrats in Minnesota. So that seems strange. Perhaps it's a Republican killing. But, of course, the guy had no King's signs in the back.
He had no King's signs. He had flyers and all the pictures of him at Democrat events and Democrat shirts making fun of Republicans with all their Democrats. The Democrats wearing badges and stuff and little pins. Tim Walz hired him. His wife worked for Tim Walz.
Of his car. He also was an appointee for Tim Walz. He worked on a Tim Walz appointed board, and his wife worked for Tim Walz, according to congressional records. So this guy is like thick as thieves with Tim Walz. Now, something very strange happened in the case of Vance Bolater. This is the man who was eventually apprehended and is now charged with the killing of Melissa Hortman. People started to dig into not only his own writings, but Melissa Hortman herself, who was the only Democrat to vote against illegal payments to illegals for Medicaid and Medicare. There was a bill before the House that failed to provide payments to illegal aliens for health care.
Now, right there, you go back and look at the graph earlier in Benny's video. Who in the state of Minnesota would have been getting all those illegal Medicare health care payments? It would have been the Somalians. Who was benefiting? The Somalians and the Democrats in bed with all this fraud. The ones laundering the money, the ones getting money, the ones funneling it on to other Democrats. And yeah, it was one of those groups. We're going to find out someday. It was either Democrats involved in the fraud and the money laundering, or the Somalians who took her out. That's my guess. That's what we're going to find out someday. She's the one who voted and got all those payments, those billions more, removed from the pockets of the people who are getting all the welfare and the people who are getting the welfare to them, funneling it.
In Minnesota.
Weird how she wound up dead 5 days later, isn't it?
Melissa Hortman was the only person who voted against it. And Vance Bolater, the individual who murdered her, is on the record, meaning in a letter that he personally wrote and penned to Kash Patel, saying that it was Tim Walz who put him up to this.
You know what? And I wouldn't have put much of thought on this, Lance Boulder writing this, or Vance Boulder writing this before. I'd have been like, yeah, whatever, jackass trying to get himself out of it. You know, hey, help me out if it was a Democrat. But now with all this fraud, all this bullshit, all the lying that Walz did during the election, lying, well, you know, I eat my stuff without spice, when he has an award-winning spicy chili recipe he's won awards for. The man's a liar. And now all this fraud, I take responsibility. But I said words. Now I'm good, right? No. Now, maybe this does mean something. Now, maybe you got to wonder. You do.
Tim Walz is the
You just have
person
to.
who had him go murder a woman who stood between Tim Walz and Infinity payments for
What do you think?
illegals for healthcare in the state, something that we know now is extremely lucrative. Let's go ahead and read right here. Ask Tim Walz if he knows me and see what he says. If he says he doesn't know me or he's ever met me, look in the files and you'll see that Tim Walz personally appointed me to be his governor's
We knew
workforce
that.
board.
We all knew that
business
already. That
representative,
was already said.
and that he's also trying to destroy that info from the public record. Then asked Tim Walz why they kept the shots silent from the media when it first happened. Not a word in the press. Why? Then you need to get their stories figured out so that everybody could be on the same page about what happened. Tim's probably crapping bricks right now because I'm still at large and he knows what I can do. And he knows I know where all the buried skeletons are. So I will be shot on sight. You can bet on that.
Well, that didn't happen.
If you want me to
Tell us about them
turn
skeletons.
myself in, then I need to be directly. I need it to
Let's
be
see if he
directly to
does
you.
says
He's
anything.
writing to Cash Patel here, and then I need to be held in a military prison in the Middle East, or at least somewhere on a military ship. They have guns everywhere. They can get anybody. He said.
Well, they got he got Melissa Hortman.
What? So has anybody investigated? Has anybody cleared Tim Walz over this? Saying it's a hell of a
Sorry.
coincidence. With the fraud being exposed in Tim Walz's Minnesota, only one Democrat voted to stop health care for illegals, one of 67, Melissa Hortman. She was the deciding vote.
Not just illegals. I went and looked that up after I watched this video the first time. It wasn't just for illegals. It was Medicare and health care for immigrants that weren't already getting health care. It was expanding it to people who'd never paid in and stuff like that. They were going to get more. So it removed from all those people already getting and from more people from getting billions. This would have been tons of money. She just totally screwed up multi-billions of dollars. People will off each other for a pair of Air Jordans, let alone billions of dollars and power where you are getting votes in, representation, cash coming in from federal government, and electoral college power. Maybe she did the right thing. You know, she cried about it, but maybe she did the right thing either purposely or accidentally. And
Then she was killed. And it's almost like she knew it was coming. People are resurfacing this clip of Melissa Hortman sounding terrified, voice cracking, shaking, shivering in Minneapolis.
Or she was just upset
after-
because she feels she betrayed her own beliefs. I don't know. It could be that too.
voting to kill health care for illegals. Again, Vance Bollinger was appointed. Here's Tim Walz's signature to this board. Melissa Hortman's death directly after voting to not give illegal immigrants money in Minnesota makes a lot more sense after the massive billion-dollar scandal.
Honestly, back then, too, I don't remember anybody connecting those dots. I don't. I went through a lot of stuff, but I remember people going, hey, she just voted to get all this health care removed from illegals and even some of the gray area illegals, which we all know now are 90% Somalian. That the Democrats run the state. So I don't remember anybody connecting that dot then. Go, hey, this happened 5 days ago. What about maybe they offed her because of this? But now with all this coming out, it makes sense.
Came out. She's the only Democrat in the state to vote no. Remember when Melissa Hortman was murdered for voting against health care in Minnesota?
Now everybody
5
sees
days
it.
later, after this vote, her and her husband were murdered by Tim Walz's protege.
What do you think?
I'm not
You're
sure if he's
from-
Tim Walz's
you're from
protege, but he
Minnesota.
definitely has a lot of connections to Tim Walz. And in his letter, he blames Tim Walz. So has anybody investigated this? She knew about the multi-billion-dollar welfare scam and tried to stop it. Now she's dead. With the fraud being exposed in Minnesota, the only person to vote against illegals having health care is Melissa Hortman. She was the deciding vote. Isn't that interesting?
It is.
I think it is. I think it absolutely is.
And then he's got him over the new Mogadishu flag, is what I'm gonna call it, or the Somalia 2.0 flag.
This is, I mean, very strange. Obviously, Elon Musk is saying that Tim Walz deserves to be in prison. Tim wanted me to kill, it says. You can see his own handwriting. So I don't.
I've always said that Tim Walz, he acts like this doofy, ooh, dude, but he gives me the creeps. He gives me the squeamies. It's like it's like Kaiser Sose acts all, and then he walks away and loses the limp and all later. Yeah. Yeah, it's like that movie. Remember that movie? That's what this guy, I swear that's what this guy's like. He's the doofy one out there. As soon as he gets behind the wall, out of the cameras. All right, see who we got to take out today.
No, I mean, like.
Ooh, there it goes. Yeah, it should. Because I watched on Rumble. I never skipped. I skipped. As soon as I saw it that time, I went right to Rumble. And yeah, I never skipped a beat. So tell me again how it's not you, YouTube. Also, all I do is end and then restart my stream with you. It's you. It is a you problem. So that's exactly what I just did. So hang on here. We'll get back to this. I think they're mad at me because, you know, some bigger channels can get away with doing reactions. But I've heard that YouTube likes to crack down on smaller channels that do reaction videos. So I'm not saying I know that's what's going on, but it does seem like when I start either going off on one of my little tangents or start doing an actual reaction to a video, that's when they go after me. But I'm doing more than enough talking. Trust me, I have no problem killing the requirements for fair use reaction. Are those actually humans that have to watch this or computer somewhere? Joel, you'd be surprised how many humans there are. They use a shitload of people in India to do it. People who have no connection with our customs, barely our language, our laws, anything. They just bloop. Why do you think Rumble keeps going? Rumble has to follow fair use and copyright laws just like YouTube, or they'll get taken down by our government or lawsuits also. But why do I keep going on Rumble? I've had copyright strikes on YouTube like crazy, and I win every one of them. Why? Because YouTube doesn't follow copyright or fair use. Only Rumble does. Well, Rumble, and I heard the one Case shared with me does. And some people say that Kick does pretty good. But no, they're not following fair use. They're not following our laws. They're not following anything. Or else I wouldn't have 15 copyright shots, complaints, but also I've won all 15 of them. But each of those have taken my videos and stopped me from being spread, stopped my streams. Strange how that works, isn't it? But YouTube, who has to follow fair use laws, none of that happens. So yeah, it's a weird thing. Let me get back over here so I can see you guys. I was still checking Rumble, watching Rumble. Durka. I got a friend who says that. He's been saying there since we went to college and worked in the shops, man. So no, there's a lot of Indians. Probably same basement dwellers that like censoring. Well, yeah. Yeah. And remember, half of those people over in India don't like our way of life anyway. They don't like free speech. They don't like a lot of it. And I'm sure YouTube's got this list of, hey, take this. Must be UK implants. Well, aren't most of the people in India Hindu? Well, of course, you have a lot of those. Or not Jimmy. Jimmy doesn't, but yeah, Sog does. All right. But let's get this done. So we'll see if I can get taken down again.
His claims are extraordinary. Like, at the very least, in this situation, with so much that we've learned, can we at least ask some questions?
I think so.
Don't we owe it to the deceased? Here's Melissa Hortman, ladies and gentlemen. This is the clip that's going so viral of her sounding just scared.
I think she just sounds upset that she kind of went against her Democrats. That's just me.
As hell. Barely able to keep her composure, knowing, well, did she just know that she voted herself a death sentence? I'm not sure. With so many billions of dollars at stake, I bet she did. Here you go.
I know that people will be hurt by that vote, and we worked very hard to try to get a budget deal. that wouldn't include that provision.
DFL Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman emotional following the House's
The people she thought might get hurt might be her. You know, you could say Benny might be right. Maybe she was upset people were going to get hurt because she knew, oh shit, I just put myself in some crosshairs. You got to tell me that somebody didn't come to her during this vote and said, you better not vote the wrong way. There's billions involved here. You got to tell me nobody came and said, don't you dare vote the wrong way. I think they
from
did.
A special session Monday. Hortman was the lone DFL lawmaker to cast a vote to cut Minnesota Care access for undocumented immigrants.
Whoops!
It's a move she made with a heavy heart.
I did what leaders do. I stepped up and I got the job done for the people of Minnesota.
She actually did. She actually stood for people in Minnesota. The actual legal citizens born there. She did. God help us. She did. And it may have cost her life. I'm not for sure, but what Benny says here is right. But there's enough to at least think about now with what Lance Bolter said, what Tim Walz has overseen here and act like, oh, we didn't see it. I don't know. The two seem to be joined at the
The bill
hip.
was deeply unpopular with members of the DFL caucus. Members have repeatedly expressed frustration that the bill was part of a compromise, one that would ensure the necessary GOP votes to pass the rest of the state budget.
We are tremendously disappointed and gut-wrenched at this decision, at this compromise that compromises our communities that are most vulnerable.
You're most vulnerable that aren't supposed to be there.
Hortman knows she let down her own caucus members with the vote.
They're right to be mad at me. I think some of them are pretty angry. I think that their job was to make folks who voted for that bill feel like crap, and I think that they succeeded.
Either way, I'm sitting here simply saying justice for Melissa Hortman. A lot of Democrats were trying to frame this as right-wing violence. It's clearly not.
No, I guess two
This
thumbs up
individual is the No Kings killer, worked for Tim Walz, and his wife worked for Tim.
You know, we don't have to stop there, but yeah, his wife works Tim Walz. We all know it. But no, I think there's enough there to at least talk about. I think there's enough there that it stinks. I wouldn't have thought about it, but now that we know about all the fraud and everything else, something stinks. But that's just me. What do you guys think about it? Honestly, really, what do you think? But yeah, YouTube, I'm done now. You don't have to pull me down again. They don't like a delicious, juicy Lucy hamburger from Matt's Bar in Minneapolis either. Yeah. Well, actually, oh, wow, I really bumped that time. My bad. I don't know. I don't even know what the Somalians think are tasty. Might be puppy dog and kitty cat for all I know. I mean, in their country, of course they're loving our welfare and our freebies. There are people that their country, I'm sorry, but it's honest, their country's a shithole. It is a bottom-feeding shithole. It makes shitholes look good. And they don't seem to care to fix it. I'll say it, they're a very corrupt people. They have no scruples compared to what a lot of people in this country have. Not saying everybody in this country, but on average, they don't have the same scruples or beliefs we do. They were raised with take whatever you can get. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, yeah. I don't know. But what do you guys think? Do you think maybe Benny's is he just being his candid self there maybe a little? Or do you think maybe he's got a little bit of a leg to stand on now after this fraud? But, yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I was going to talk about. I'm going to flip over while I'm got you guys up here and look. But I don't think there was much else. I don't want to dig into the Candace stuff tonight with Alex Jones. Don't know if I want to dig into that race issue tonight either. That may be another. That one got me in trouble. But that's just. Let's see. Okay, where are we at? Hey, we're under 2 hours. That's pretty amazing for me. I was scooting along. But I don't know if you guys got anything else to talk about. Let me know. If not, hey, I understand. It is 4:48 a.m. where I'm at. Do me a favor. Please hit thumbs up if you haven't. Other than that, if you guys don't have anything else to chit-chat about on this, maybe we'll just hop on out of here. I'm tired, and that is a Pepper behind me. You guys don't normally see Pepper, but my Pepper cat's back here. Hi, Peppy. Yeah, she heard me. She's almost totally black. Hi, baby. Come here. Here, now you guys see Pepper. Come here, Peppy. Come here, baby. There's Pepper Cat. She's our other. She's Jax's little sister, kind of. Hi, baby. Hi, Pepper. You go, girl. You got good claws. Oops. You got good claws. Yeah, go down, baby. Here. Woo. Those are sharp. Thank you, Joel. What game is on the TV behind you? Actually, that is a Hogwarts walkthrough. That is... It's on Daydream Gaming. That is a... That right now they're in the Gryffindor Common Room. That is a Hogwarts Castle first-person walking tour on a stormy night. So go check that out at Daydream Gaming. They have some great background stuff like that, and it's just cool to put that on the screen and watch it. So yes, Daydream Gaming. Check that out. Check them out. They got some beautiful backgrounds. Done some really good walkthroughs. It's really kind of fun. I like them. So that is what's going on. It's a Hogwarts walkthrough. Hogwarts. Been up for 22 hours. Holy shit, Jimmy. Rad, you suck. Summer not hot here. This week sucks. Our temperature dropped to about 40 degrees in 10 hours or less here. So, oh, be safe though, buddy. Let's see. Sorry for being passive today. I was taking that. Dude, you guys don't have to talk. You're fine. You know I'm good. I'll just go. No, you're fine. Taking on a basketball hoop in a common driveway in the dark when you started. Oh, that's no problem. Hey, everybody's got a life. I'm not upset. I've been streaming on YouTube forever. You guys that come here aren't the reason this channel isn't going anywhere. One, it's my fault in a way. I don't have time to stream more than I do. And we all know my arguments with YouTube, which YouTube proved tonight. Twice, YouTube. And I'll tell you right now, if you guys ever stream on two platforms. You stream on YouTube, you stream on Kick, BitChute, X, Rumble, or something. Have that as a backup. One, to save your stuff in case of a problem. You know, it's always there. Well, not always, but almost always. And or you can see if YouTube or somebody is futzing with you. So, yeah. Look at Palm Beach, Sydney. It's where I'll be tomorrow. Really? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I hope it was a decent stream. Let me see here. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, you suck. You suck, dude. You're going to give me pictures like that? You're going to give me pictures like this? Dude. Oh, my God. Here, let me, this is, oh, yeah. Hey. Okay, what's it doing? My hotkeys aren't going. There it goes. Wow, I was tapping that hotkey and it wasn't doing nothing. Boop. Look at this crap. You kidding me, right? Woof. That's beautiful. I know I don't have it blown up, guys, but whew. That's nice. You can kiss my butt. It's freezing here. It is. Without wind chill. This is going to be Fahrenheit. I apologize. It is. Ooh, we warmed up a little. It's 13 degrees Fahrenheit. With wind chill, feels like 6 below 0 Fahrenheit. So, that's rough. Oops, can't see my doggies. Boom! There we go. Ain't nothing you can see on there. I already know that. I already sanitized that. All right. I looked it up. Is that a Tron t-shirt? Yes, it is. It's actually a shirt I wear for the gym. It's a light compression shirt for working out. I find they move a little better, and it seems to put a little pressure on my bad shoulder a little bit. So yeah, it is Tron. Yep. So yes, it is. It is a Tron t-shirt. Nice grab, Jimmy. Yep. Yep, I wear it working out at the gym. So, I mean, not like I'm pumped up or anything. I'm buff, but, whatever. I work out. It keeps my lungs going. But yeah, it's a Tron t-shirt. Got it off of Amazon. Look up Red Plume. They have this shirt and shitloads. They got one that looks like Iron Man's outfit. Oh, I like that. So yes, look up Red Plume on Amazon. God, I got to get affiliate links. Start putting up affiliate links. 6 degrees here. Negative 16 wind chill. Whoa. Oh. Joel, there's a reason I don't live that far north, buddy. There's a reason I don't live that far north. I'm stupid sane for living this far north. Quad Cities is about as far north as I want to go. That's it. You guys up in Minnesota, you're a special bunch. Take that however you like. Oof. Yeah, you can keep it. You guys got the snow. It just brushed us. It went right above us. It's like, whoa, look at that go. 82 Fahrenheit here. You suck. Right now, me and Joel are both giving you a flock of seagulls, my friend. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, guys, I am going to hop off. It is, how long have we been on? I've been trying to get these at 2 hours or under. We are 10 minutes under 2 hours. Whoa. So, yeah, I know you guys already hit thumbs up, so I'm just saying to anybody who watch this later, please hit thumbs up. Share this dumb little channel out of anybody you think may be interested in listening to this craziness. Check back once in a while. Feel free to contact me at lionsdenws6@gmail.com or leave a comment here. I do try to answer them. I'm a little lazy and slow at it, but I do try. I wore a jacket here the other day. You know what? I hope the Kiwis take you out. God damn it. That's it. I'm going to say it. I know Paul's not here, but New Zealand's going to take over Australia someday. God dang it. All right, guys. I'm going to hop out of here. Let me know, if you're watching this later, let me know what you think. Do you think maybe Tim Walz did have something to do with Melissa Hortman's death? Think there's a connection? Especially now that we know about all this fraud that he's taking account of. I am going to accept responsibility. Right. You think maybe there is a chance of drawing a line there? If maybe not to Tim Walz, somebody in that party who was funneling this money, who was, washing this money, laundering it, washing it, tired. Or maybe somebody in the community set to receive all this money and lost it. Somebody that could have 4 more daycare centers in one room, right down half a block from where there's 6 others in one room, all with blacked out windows, called Leering Center. Let me know if you think there could be a connection there. Like the show today, finally got to the Minnesota crap instead of Candace. I have been avoiding Candace Owens. I was going to talk a little bit about Alex Jones, but there's just so much of this I ran into over the last couple of days, I had to talk about this. I mean, seriously. So, yeah. Candace, I haven't talked about her in a while, but even avoided some of it, but I've been running into bits. But thank you very much, Joel. Stay warm, buddy. Even my Chesapeake Bay Retriever might get chilly up there in that weather. Even he has limits. Even my friend's St. Bernard might get a little chilly in that. But I am going to hop out. I know I'm bad at doing this, guys, but thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you're at. Stay warm, stay happy. Except for you, Rad. You could get a little cooler. Maybe Joel can somehow send a weather pattern your way from Minnesota. All right, guys, thank you very much. Have a good one, and be safe, be happy, I don't know what this Minnesota, I want to see what it goes with this, but I don't know. I'm not going to hold out hope, but I do want to see arrests. If we don't get any, I think America's justice system is screwed. And I am partially going to blame Trump for that because Trump's in charge. Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, and still right now at this point, Dan Bongino, there need to be arrests or some of this is going to blow back on you. All right, guys, have a good one.